Oh, hey there, Marvel fans. I'm Greg Elliott, and you are watching Screen Rant. Marvel Studios has 8 new MCU shows coming to Disney Plus over the next few years, and unlike previous shows like Agent Carter or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., these will all be directly tied to and influence the MCU movies. Marvel is using each of the shows to either explore the fallout from a recent film or to set up a future event on the horizon, and since they're now part of the larger MCU narrative, here's how the shows are all tied together and how they'll set up the future of the shared universe. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be the first one to arrive in the fall of 2020, and it got a pretty clear setup at the end of Endgame when Steve passed Cap's shield to Sam. The series will also build on the existing Captain America storyline, with Bucky Barnes continuing to deal with his actions from the past. And Helmut Zemo and Sharon Carter are both coming back for the first time since Civil War. Rumor has it that the government doesn't agree with Falcon becoming Captain America, and their choice for his replacement might be US Agent, who will also be making his first appearance in the MCU. This will all help set up Falcon as Cap for the future of the MCU, and maybe even the next Avengers lineup. The first Disney Plus show of 2021 is WandaVision, which is mostly set up by Scarlet Witch's arc in Infinity War and Endgame, and somehow Vision is back, so there's either some time travel or some magic involved there. Also in the show is Ant-Man's Randall Park, and Kat Dennings is back as Darcy for the first time since Thor: The Dark World. Scarlet Witch will also be in the Doctor Strange sequel after this, and the series will set up how she factors into that. After that, we'll get Loki, which will follow the 2012 version of him that got away in Endgame. The series reportedly revolves around him using the Tesseract to jump around space and maybe time to mess with major historical moments. Rumor has it that he will travel to the main MCU timeline as well, as he supposedly will be in Thor: Love and Thunder. The show I'm honestly most excited for is What If. I loved those comics as a kid, and I just can't wait to see what they do. Obviously, as these are one-off alternate realities, they won't affect the MCU at large, but the series will be narrated by Uatu the Watcher, and we have seen the Watchers before in the MCU, so they could continue to play a role going forward. Marvel's final show of 2021 will be Hawkeye and continue Clint's story after the events of Endgame. The show will introduce his successor, Kate Bishop, to the MCU, which could set up a possible Young Avengers lineup somewhere down the road, and it also might lead to the formation of the West Coast Avengers, which Hawkeye did head up in the comics. Ms. Marvel will definitely tie into Captain Marvel, as in the comics, Kamala Khan only becomes Ms. Marvel because of her. A role in Captain Marvel 2 could easily be in the cards, and maybe a spot in the Young Avengers lineup too if that becomes a thing. And then we've got She-Hulk. In the comics, Jennifer Walters is Bruce Banner's cousin, and I don't see any reason why they'd change that. It would make for some easy Mark Ruffalo cameos, and possibly show us how he's recovering from using the Iron Gauntlet at Endgame. She-Hulk has been an Avenger in the comics, so this could set her up for a spot on the 2.0 roster. And lastly, we've got Moon Knight. He's a little difficult to place in what the MCU has already established, so the show may not necessarily build on the existing MCU, and could maybe even connect to Blade, as both were part of the Midnight Suns in the comics. In any case, like a lot of these shows' characters, Moon Knight could become a part of the next Avengers lineup after he's introduced here. I know that's a ton of info to throw at you, so just know that the Disney Plus TV shows and the MCU movies are definitely connected, and I'm really excited to see what they can do with that. We'll update you as soon as we learn more, so keep up with Screen Rant to stay in the loop. I'm Greg Elliott, and I'll catch you later. Peace.